Sidelined by ANC of Ramaphosa, MK Party recruits former CEOs Molefe, Montana, Gama, Manyi as MPs. Limpopo musician Gezane Eric Kobane, known as Papa Benny, former Eskom Boss, Brian Molefe, ex-Transnet boss Siyabonga Gama, trains boss like Montana, and ex-GCIS head Mzwanele Manyi were amongst 8 uMkhonto weSizwe MK Party members sworn in on Wednesday. The other new MPs sworn in were the MKPs Thulani Gamede, Thembisile Mjadu, and Nompumelelo Gasa. National Assembly Speaker Thoko Didiza has sworn in 10 new members from MKP and the Economic Freedom Fighters. The EFF sworn in Sinawo, Thambo, and Paulsen to replace the departed Manyi and Floyd Shivambu. The MKP describes its 10 new MPs as capable black leaders who, it said, were politically marginalized and sidelined by the African National Congress of President Cyril Ramaphosa. Today, we witnessed an historic moment in the swearing in of experienced and capable black professionals such as myself, who were politically marginalized and sidelined by the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa. We sit here before you as public servants and members of the National Assembly representing the people of South Africa, said MKP leader Jacob Zuma in a statement. MK parliamentary leader Dr. Molefe says MK has brought in parliament the most brilliant and capable in society. 1. Thembisile Mjadu. 2. Nompumelelo Matilda Gasa. 3. Montana. 4. Gezane Eric Kobane. 5. Siyabonga Gama. 6. Brian Molefe. 7. Thulani Gamede. The MKP's swearing in of the new members comes 2 months after the party unceremoniously dismissed and terminated the memberships of 15 members. MKP Chief Whip Sidelined Kobane notified Didiza of changes within the party's caucus. The ousted former MPs have accused the party's parliamentary leadership of fraud and failing to follow proper procedures in their removal. In response, the former MPs have petitioned the High Court in Cape Town to contest their dismissal and to prevent Parliament from filling their seats until the court process is resolved. In the meantime, Zuma welcomes former SOE heads of new MPs to MK Party ranks. uMkhonto weSizwe Party leader and former President Jacob Zuma says the party's 8 new MPs represent their vision of assembling the most brilliant and capable black professionals to drive South Africa towards progressive leadership. The MKP sworn in 8 members of parliament, including former SOE heads and seasoned professionals. Amongst those sworn in were Brian Molefe, Siyabonga Gama, and Montana, all former CEOs of state-owned enterprises who faced scrutiny during Zuma's presidency for their involvement in state capture allegations. Despite their controversial pasts, the MKP praised them as accomplished public servants whose expertise and experience are invaluable to the nation's future. The MKP fully embraces these capable and experienced public servants because we know that the neo-colonial elite and establishments as well as the Ramaphosa-led ANC hounded them out of state-owned enterprises so that they weakened them and later privatized them. The MKP is bringing them into the fold so that they can continue to provide strategic leadership and insulate our institutions and state companies from capture and privatization, said Zuma. Brian Molefe. The former CEO of the Public Investment Corporation PIC and Transnet, Molefe is celebrated for his role in stabilizing public entities and improving the profitability of South Africa's largest logistics and freight operator. His tenure at Eskom was marked by efforts to maintain energy supply amid the country's electricity crisis, although he later faced accusations of corruption. Siyabonga Gama. As Transnet's CEO, Gama led initiatives that significantly boosted South Africa's logistics and transportation sectors. His leadership is credited with turning around the state-owned enterprise's fortunes. Through his tenure also drew allegations of mismanagement. Lucky Montana, the former CEO of the Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa, PRASA, Montana has a deep background in public transport and has been involved in shaping the country's rail infrastructure. He, too, faced charges related to corruption but remains a respected figure in the transport sector. Other new MPs include Gezane Eric Kobane, known as Papa Penny. He is a renowned South African artist and former Giyani local municipality councillor, recognized for his contributions to art and culture. Thulani Gamede, a seasoned academic and former provincial leader with qualifications in engineering and public administration. Mjadu, whose background is civil engineering and project management, reflects the party's focus on bringing technical expertise to government. Mzwanele Manyi, a corporate professional and former CEO of the Government Communication and Information System (GCIS), who also recently left the Economic Freedom Fighters (EFF) to join the MKP. Nompumelelo Gasa, who has experience in education, policy development, and communications, having served under various MECs in the Department of Education. Zuma emphasized that these appointments signal a new era for the MKP as they continue to build a capable opposition that challenges the current national unity government. The party views this development as a step forward, strengthening their position ahead of the 2026 local government elections and the 2029 general elections. While the MKP celebrates its new members, the appointments have not been without controversy. Molefe, Gama, and Montana's legacies are still marred by allegations of corruption and fraud during their time in charge of critical state institutions. However, Zuma and the MK party are confident in their leadership, arguing that these figures have the resilience and expertise necessary to push back against what they view as a hostile establishment bent on weakening state-owned enterprises. Meanwhile, MK Party Youth League condemns Progressive Caucus divisions amid Malema's heartbreak tour. The uMkhonto weSizwe Youth League MKPYL has expressed concern and disappointments regarding recent actions that have disrupted the unity and effectiveness of the Progressive Caucus. This comes after the now uMkhonto weSizwe Party MKP National Organizer Floyd Shivambu and Economic Freedom Fighters EFF leader Julius Malema clashed over leadership positions, leading to a fallout and Shivambu leaving the Red Berets to join MKP. The Progressive Caucus is made up of the uMkhonto weSizwe Party (MKP), the EFF, the African Transformation Movement (ATM), the National Coloured Congress (NCC), and the United African Transformation (UAT). They account for 102 seats in Parliament. The spokesperson for the MKPYL, Kom Kabela, emphasized that the Progressive Caucus has established with the clear objective of challenging elite agreements masquerading as national unity. Kabela said the charter of the Progressive Caucus outlines its broader mission to mobilize and collaborate with all progressive groups, including the working class, landless people, traditional and religious leaders, and all oppressed people in the country and beyond. The Progressive Caucus is not just a political alliance, it is a movement dedicated to achieving total liberation, equality, decolonization, and economic freedom for all, said Kabela. Moreover, he criticized the recent internal disruption as unacceptable, noting that they undermine the collective good. During the Gauteng EFF provincial gathering at Orlando Community Hall in Soweto last week, Malema said he felt betrayed by Shivambu's exit. He also came out hard at his members who wanted to betray the revolution and use the EFF for what he referred to as greener pastures. Leave now so that we can know how many soldiers we have in the struggle to liberate us, he said. Mkabela also said that the caucus was formed not for personal gain or power struggle, but to advance the cause of liberation and serve the people. The Progressive Caucus was not formed to serve as a stage for ego-driven theatric or petty power struggles. We call on the leadership within the caucus to remember the fundamental principles that unite us. Engaging in divisive behaviors and failing to prioritize selfless divisions is not only disappointing, but constitutes a betrayal of the people we represent, Mkabela said. Mkabela also warned against ego-driven actions, aiming its daggers at EFF leader Julius Malema. A great leader does not embark on a heartbreak tour when faced with challenges, but instead pulls back, regroups, and focuses on the task at hand. True leaders prioritize the collective mission over personal grievances and remain focused on advancing the revolution, he said. And that's it from Egypt's network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.